Hello everyone, I am Savannah. For those of you who don't know, I'm a full-time clothing reseller on eBay and Poshmark, and Happy New Year! Happy 2019. I hope you guys all had an amazing New Year's Eve and Christmas with family and friends, and hopefully now you're ready to get your butts into gear and make some sales because those resolutions, hopefully some of them had to do with your business. I know mine definitely did. And I'm ready for another great year. So the end of 2018 and beginning of 2019 have already been pretty good to me. I just wanted to share some of the stuff that's been selling. So hopefully you guys can pick up similar stuff. Maybe it'll sell for you. And I like these videos just because they give a realistic idea of what stuff is actually selling for. I try to give you an idea in my hauls of what I'm gonna list stuff for, but what I list stuff for and what it actually sells for is almost always completely different. So I'm gonna show you guys what sold from December 26th, right after Christmas, which my sales the day after Christmas were so great. I think people got their Christmas money and went straight to eBay and Poshmark, and I was okay with it. But yeah, I'm going to show you December 26th to January 2nd sales. So I'll just go over the numbers at the end, I guess. Yeah, let's go over the numbers at the end because they're kind of boring. I'm just going to jump into what sold on eBay first, and yeah, let's do it. Okay, so the first thing that sold on eBay was a pair of Cole Haan Nike Air Tolly leather wedges. I actually just got these a couple days ago. They were just listed and they sold within a day for $16 plus shipping. Everything I'm going to show you is going to be plus shipping, but they were a really small size. Typically I get more for Cole Haan, especially if it's Nike Air, but I am okay with that. I paid 99 cents for those. I remember because I just got them. Okay, the next thing that sold was a Nanette Lepore wool blend skirt, and it sold for $25 plus shipping, and this was listed for a long time. I think I had it overpriced when I saw how much I had it priced at. This was actually a best offer. I had this priced at like 40 something dollars, which no wonder it did not sell, but $25, I am really happy with that. The next item that sold was a pair of Danskos, and these were like a rubber Dansko, so they're not like the typical clogs that I was used to, but I took a best offer of $17 plus shipping, and I got those at the bins. They were kind of heavy, but I probably paid about $2 for them. Next item that sold is a Hollister dress, which I barely ever pick up Hollister, but if it's cute, I pick it up. This dress, I think I've had it for like 3 months, so that's not super long, but it sold for $12.73, and it was from the bins, so I am okay with that. Next thing that sold is a pair of Thermal leggings, and these are cycling leggings, so for biking, cycling, they're like padded and insulated, perfect for the winter. I've had these listed for a long time. You can probably tell by the picture with some of these items, but they did sell for $39, so hey, that is a pretty good sale. And yeah, I was happy. Next thing that sold was a White House Black Market little cold shoulder blouse. It sold for $9 plus shipping. The next item is a men's item, and it is one of my favorite men's brands to find. It's Peter Millar. This was a just pink half zip sweater. It only sold for $17.95, but it has my old pictures, and I don't know. It was just kind of stale, honestly. I'm glad it sold, but that brand usually does better for me. The next thing that sold was a Chubbies, which is like kind of like a fratty brand, like kind of think like Vineyard Vines-ish. They're known for like their really short swim trunks. But anyways, so Chubbies the Nutter is the sub-brand, and it was like this button-down shirt with all these like tropical drinks on it. I just got it from the Goodwill outlet this last week, so it sold for a best offer of $12 plus shipping. And you'll see that most of my stuff does sell on best offer. My business model is really take any realistic offer because almost everything I get, I have so little invested in that I would just be dumb not to take advantage of an opportunity for somebody to buy my item. So I am a big supporter of the best offer button, but it's not for everyone. I mean, if you have a lot invested in your inventory, the best offer button can sometimes be offensive, but I love best offers because some days I'm just like, yes, I will accept you all. Anyways, I just thought I'd mention that. Most of this is on best offer. So the next thing that sold was a new with tags Nike Rush swimsuit. Right after I say I don't invest a lot in inventory. This was a retail arbitrage item. I got it from Ross, I think, or TJ Maxx, but I paid like $5 for it. I did not pay a lot for it. I remember that. And it sold for $20 plus shipping. I actually have another one of those to list, so I should probably do that. The next thing that sold was another swim top, and I definitely noticed a little bit of a trend here. I've been selling a lot of swimwear, so maybe pick up swimwear. I think people are getting ready for their beach vacays. I know I need to plan one for myself, so yeah, I've been selling a lot of swimwear, but it sold for $10 plus shipping. The next thing was a Madewell tank top, and it sold for $10 plus shipping again. Next item was a J. Crew Divina 100% cashmere cardigan sweater. I got this from the bins, and it did have a couple holes, and I noted that in the listing. It was super light though. It probably cost me like 50 cents maybe, and it sold for $13, and that hasn't been listed for that long either. The next thing that sold was a Free People Sunnyside eyelet dress, and this sold for $17. The next thing that sold was actually from a mystery box from my friend Allie at Allie Wonderland Thrifts. She does have a YouTube channel. She has some great haul videos, so you should go check her out. But I bought a mystery box from her of some men's stuff, and these were in there. So yeah, John Varvatos slim straight denim jeans, and they sold for $20 plus shipping. So that pretty much paid for my mystery box from her, so that's cool. The next thing that sold was a Banana Republic knit cardigan sweater, and this sold for $11.99 plus shipping. The next item that sold is a diaper bag, and I think these are sold at Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack. It's more of like a high-end diaper bag brand, I suppose. I've never had children, so I try to learn those brands to the best of my ability, but yeah, it's called Skip Hop, and I've got it in a couple of liquidation lots before from Nordstrom, so that's why I'm assuming it's from Nordstrom. But this one sold for $20, and I got it at the bins, so I'm happy with that. Okay, next we have a couple men's things that have sold. First is a pair of Zegna. I can never pronounce the first word. It's really hard for me to say, so I'll just call it Zegna, but it's a menswear brand sold at Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus, but it's just a pair of lyocell dress pants, and they sold for $22. Next thing that sold is a Lacoste men's black and white striped button-down shirt, and it sold for $15.55. The next item was from somebody who watches my videos. I met her at the bins. Her name's Amy, and she was really sweet and gave me this cool button-down shirt because she knows it's my favorite brand. And it was just a men's button-down shirt, but it was a size 2XL, which is a great size, and it sold for $24.85. So thank you for that. It was so sweet of her. The next item that sold is a new with tags 9 West little vest blazer. It sold for $12 plus shipping. I typically don't pick up that brand, but it was at the bins, and it was new, and it actually sold relatively quickly. I mean, it's $12, but still profit. The next item that sold abroad, so it sold overseas somewhere, I am not sure where, but it is the brand Kari Tra, and it was a really nice merino wool sweater, and I never heard of the brand. I think it is a foreign brand, but I found one new with tags at the bins last week, and it felt like quality, so I grabbed it, and it sold for $35, and it only took like a day and a half for this to sell, so definitely a good brand to pick up. The next thing that sold is another Skip Hop diaper bag. This one did have a little bit of damage, and it's been sitting for a long time, you can see based on the picture, but it sold for $9 plus shipping. I was just happy to see it go. The next item that sold is a G-Star Raw women's cargo jacket. So it was like a little cropped jacket. It was missing a button, and I accepted a best offer of $24. Next is a Vineyard Vines navy fleece full zip jacket, and it sold for $38.23. Next, this sale blew my mind. So my fiance, he sells on eBay now, but when he first started, he listed a couple things on my account just to like test the waters, see how stuff sold, and he posted these Clarks, and they sold for $38.23. I'm gonna pick up like all the Clarks I see now. So yeah, they're pretty basic Clarks, but they sold for $38.23, which is really awesome. So hey, pick up Clarks. Specifically the Wave Cruise Clarks. I don't know. The next item is a pair of Mountain Hardwear men's outdoor pants, and they sold for $25.40. Next is a pair of Not Your Daughter's jeans, which I don't really pick up anymore. These sold for $10. I was just happy to get them out of my inventory. Next is a North Face fleece jacket that did sell overseas as well. I just got this from the bins, and whenever I see an overseas person and how much they're paying in shipping, I kind of feel for them. And typically, if their offer is fair, I just take it. So he offered me $20, and I accepted. I think it went to Hong Kong, so hopefully he loves it. It's a nice jacket. Okay, the next thing that sold was a New With Tags Free People little lace hem tank top. It sold for $22.48. Next was the Soft Surroundings Saint Germain. It was a really pretty chenille, like rose gold pullover sweater. I really wanted to keep it, but I tried it on and it just didn't look right. So I sold it, but it sold for $25 and it sold very quickly. So certain Soft Surroundings pieces can be good. Next is a pair of Chaco Mocha Bisque Mara leather boots, and they sold for $35 from the bins. Next item had some flaws that I did not realize till I got home, but it was a Marc by Marc Jacobs really cute corduroy blouse, but it was missing like all but one button, but it surprisingly sold for a $13 best offer like less than a day after listing, so yeah, I was happy. So don't be afraid to list flawed items because they sell. Just make sure you disclose the flaw very, very clearly. So next item was a Ted Baker lavender short sleeve shirt, and it sold for $10.90. Next was a White House Black Market little bat wing zip up sweater. This only sold for $9.55. But it still sold. Am I right? The next item that sold was a pair of Nike Dry Fit Tech leggings, and these are a size small. They sold for $13.48. Next was a bundle of 3 Southern Tide shirts, so I just stuck them all together because they were all size small, and they sold for $26.24. Next item was a New With Tags Torrid little floral print baby doll blouse, and it sold for $17.98. Next, this item miraculously sold with 2 pictures. I have no idea how it was posted with only two pictures, but it was. And it was a Heather by Bordeaux, like, cashmere blend sweater. Super cute, but it sold for a best offer of $14, because honestly, I didn't want to take it out of inventory and take the pictures. So, laziness. But I still made money, so it's okay. And it sold with 2 pictures, so that's even more okay. Okay, the next item that sold is a pair of Dansko lace-up green ankle boots. I got these from the bins. They sold for $35. Next was a new with tags Golden State Warriors Steph Curry jersey, or not jersey, it was like a t-shirt, but it sold for $12. Next was a Lululemon Rejuvenate fold-over yoga tote, and it did have some flaws. There were like some tears and a little hole, so I took a best offer of $26, and I got it from the bin, so still made good money on it, and she was happy. She gave me positive feedback, so I am happy to sell it for $26. The next item was an Eileen Fisher merino wool brown sweater coat, so it was like a long sweater. It sold for $38. Next was a Maeve Anthropologie checkered dress, and it did have like some bleach marks or something on it, but I decided to list it anyways, and it sold for $10. Next was a Madewell marled button back sweater, and the sweater was so cute. It just had buttons all the way down the back, as you can see. It sold for $17 plus shipping. Next was a pair of Lululemon gingham checkered Wonder Under pants, and they were like the crop Wonder Unders. They sold for $24.85. Next sale, this was a big sale for me, so it was pretty exciting. This is one of my favorite winter or outdoor brands to find. It is Descent, and usually sells internationally. This one did not, but it was just a really cool metallic silver jacket, and this I did not get from the bins. I bought it from the Goodwill, and I want to say I paid, it was like $12.99. It was around there, since it is a jacket, but it sold for $85 plus shipping, so super excited about that. Next is a jacket that I've actually sold once, and it was returned. I don't even remember why, to be honest, but it was returned, and I sold it again for $45 plus shipping, and she loves it. She even sent me a message. It got to her like overnight, which was really weird because she doesn't live close to me, but she was excited nonetheless. So the next item is a LuLaRoe Lindsay blue lace cardigan, and it sold for $14.40. Next is a Polo Ralph Lauren orange cable knit half zip sweater, and it sold for $13.50. Next item are these super cute little Columbia powder bug toddler boots, little snow boots, and they sold for $18. This Express sweater, it was just a merino wool v-neck sweater. I probably would not get it again. It sold for $7.25. Next item is this super cool pair of Adidas. They're camo, and they have the boost soles, so they're so comfortable. Those are like my favorite shoes to wear personally, but these were way too big for me. They were a men's size 11, but they sold for $50 plus shipping, and I paid $5. No, they were less than $5. I got these at half off day at Goodwill, so they were like $2.50. Super great to find. Next item is a Patagonia pearl snap corduroy shirt, and it sold for $10. Well, Anthem green tank top, it sold for $9. Next was this really soft ex officio brown. I even put that super soft. That's always a keyword, because if something's soft, I want to know, because I love soft clothing, and if you tell me something's soft, I'm probably going to buy it. So, yeah. Maybe that's the keyword that got them. I don't know. But it's an ex officio, super soft sweater jacket, and it sold for $16 plus shipping. Next is a Prana Breathe. That was the style of the dress, I'm pretty sure. Gray little athletic dress, and it sold for $15. Next was a pair of North Face TKA 100. I don't know what that stands for still. I think it's like something to do with how warm they are, but I put it in the listing always because people care about it, and I probably should figure out what it means. But they were just fleece sweatpants, and they sold for $22.48. All right, a couple more from eBay. This pair of American Eagle skinny jeans sold for $14.24. This Diletta leopard print fit and flare dress, which this one was sold at Anthropologie, so I put that in the title. I found the actual pictures and everything, so some Diletta is not sold at Anthro, so you just want to make sure before you stick Anthro in the title that it was actually a piece that was sold there. So it sold for $16.48. All right, two more, and then we'll go on to Poshmark. I sold a Michael Stars long tunic hoodie for $12.74. And I'm probably going to stop getting Michael Stars stuff. It's just not selling for me that often, unless it's like a really nice piece. I don't know if I'll be picking it up anymore. And then the last item on eBay was just an Under Armour green tank top, and it sold for $7.50. All right, let's get on to the Poshmark. All right, so moving on to Poshmark sales, I'm just going to say what it sold for, not including the fee. So Poshmark takes a 20% fee, so that's my net is minus that 20% fee. But I'm just going to tell you my gross. Hopefully I'm not getting those confused because I always do that. Okay, so the first thing that sold is a Nike 90s windbreaker jacket. It sold for $18. The next item is a Bowden geometric little dress. It sold for $12. The next item is a purse that, if you can't tell by the fence being my background, I have had for a very, very long time, but it sold for $13, and I am glad it sold. And honestly, it should have been donated a long time ago because it's not even on eBay anymore. So anyways, next thing that sold is a pair of Patagonia R1 fleece leggings, and they sold for $25. Next is another item that I've had for ages, hence the floor pick, is this 5'4" embroidered hat. I'm not sure even what that brand is. I do not pick it up anymore, but it sold for $10. So, item that sold on Poshmark is this super cute Madewell Sunday flannel shirt. It sold for $24. Next is an Eileen Fisher metallic blazer that sold for $26. Super cute. A pair of J. Crew linen blend white shorts sold for $12. A pair of Pure Barre navy athletic leggings, and these did have a peeled logo, but they were like the high waist style, and they sold for $20. Next is a NASCAR leather jacket that sold for $25. I'm kind of laughing because if you saw my Insta story, that was the sale. Next is a pair of Clark's maroon alpha hiking boots, and they sold for $20. Then a Tommy Hilfiger down-filled men's jacket, or it was like a vest rather. It was like a vest jacket. Why do I keep saying rather? God, I am not that kind of person. New year, new me, I guess. Rather. Anyways, okay, the next item is a pair of Ash boots, and she said she watches my Instagram videos, so shout out to you. What was her name is C. Genevieve, and she bought these boots because she saw them on my YouTube video, so hello, Genevieve, hopefully that's your name. I am so glad you love the boots. They sold for $30, but yeah, they were so cute. The next thing that sold is a camo Therese jacket, and it sold for $30. This next item, her name is Trish. Hopefully that's okay that I'm saying your guys' names, just first names. I would never say last name on a video. But she bought this Kalia Shine Bright pullover, and this thing is so soft. I hope she loves it, because if it was my size, I would have kept it. but she said that she watches my videos, so I'm really excited that she got to get that sweatshirt, and hopefully shine bright, you know, just sets the tone for the entire year. It's just a great little thing. The next thing that sold is a pair of Aloe high-waist leggings, and they're like a cropped capri actually, but they are leggings. They sold for $30, and I got these from a liquidation lot a little while ago, and they sold. I thought they would sell for a little bit more, honestly, but I took that offer. I was just tired of seeing them. The next item that sold is a pair of Ellie Tahari platform pumps, and they sold for $20. The next sale is so exciting. So I got this Fendi bag in my last haul from the Goodwill outlet, and I got it authenticated a couple times just to be sure, and it was real. So I listed it on Poshmark, and I sent out pretty much a half off offer. I think it was around, I think it might have been on Christmas. And then the day after Christmas, somebody accepted. So it sold for $289, and I'm pretty sure I did free shipping. But yeah, I was really excited about that sale. So Merry Christmas to me, and hopefully Merry Christmas to the new owner of that Fendi bag, because it's a beauty. So hopefully she loves it as much as I do. The next item that sold I did get from Ross, and this is why I don't do retail arbitrage, because I suck at it most of the time. This is a pair of Nike sock darts. I paid like $40, which is way too much, and they sold for $65. So I about broke even. Stuff happens. That's why I go to the bins. So I reduce my risk and increase my reward. Okay, anyways. Next item is a Donna Sawyer's faux fur tiger pullover sweater. And it was a really cool print. It sold for $20. Next thing that sold is a Fossil Desi purse. It did have some wear and discoloration. I accepted an offer of $36. Next item is a pair of Levi's 1984 Vietnam. That's literally what it said on the tag. They were really unique, but they were a pair of distressed high-rise shorts, and they sold for $34. The next couple of items that sold are a bundle, and it was a Wakarusa 2013 festival shirt. It's just a band t-shirt, or a music festival t-shirt, and a Under Armour New With Tags jacket, and this did have an embroidery, but it still sold in this bundle. And the bundle sold for $32.80. Next, I sold a J. Crew Blythe silk button-down blouse. It sold for $16. And the next item was an Icelandic design, 100% wool sweater coat, and it sold for $25. Next is a Prana chunky taupe infinity scarf. It sold for $16 and discounted shipping. I am pretty sure I did $1.50 off shipping. Next item was a Max Mara weekend brown pattern skirt. I was going to send this into ThreadUp, but I decided to list it, and it sold for $32. The next item that sold is a pair of Lamb, which is a brand from Gwen Stefani, and I don't think they still make it anymore, but this was a pair of peep toe heels, and they sold for $50, which was pretty good because they were from the bins. The next item that sold was a cool merino wool hoodie. Next, a pair of Joseph Ribkoff. This was my first time finding this brand, and it sold for $35. It was just this pair of like embellished leggings. They were really cute. The next thing that sold is a pair of Hunter boots, and these were the quilted ones that had a little issue on the toe, but they still sold for $30. And then the last item that sold on Poshmark this last week is this Banana Republic taupe blazer, and it sold for $25. Okay, so my net sales from Poshmark and eBay from December 26th to January 2nd, I keep having to look at the dates because I keep forgetting, was $2,217.39. I'm going to put that number right here because I'm bad at saying numbers on camera. But yeah, so I'm really happy with that. And granted, that does not include my cost of goods, but I try to be pretty transparent with that on my haul videos. I try to keep my cost of goods really low. At this point, I just don't want to be spending a lot on inventory. That's just kind of where I'm at in my business. And I find the best stuff at the Goodwill outlet, so I just might as well keep going there because it's the cheapest, so it just makes sense for me. Obviously, my method doesn't work for everyone, but yeah, so hopefully this gave you guys a realistic idea of what stuff is actually selling for me, how long it's taking, just my opinions on some of the brands. But yeah, I hope you guys all had a great New Year's again, and I hope you guys are starting off the year right and sticking to your resolutions and getting stuff done. So I'm wishing you guys all a great year of sales and just a great year in general. Let's do this, guys. Bye.